Hello and welcome to the Tabletop Games blog Play With Me live stream. Today we're playing Clans of Caledonia. My name is Oliver and I've got a very good friend here again. It's Tom. Hello, Tom. You all right?
Yeah, not too badly, thanks.
Yeah, so Tom, you know from all the previous streams we've been doing. He's obviously very famous now, I think. Lots of followers. I'm just going to check that we're actually live on Twitch. I can see that we are, which is good. So yeah, so as I say, today we're playing Clans of Caledonia. We were hoping to have someone from Twitter called Digital Maverick with us today, but unfortunately he has not been able to connect. I think he might have had some internet problems, but maybe we can invite him next time. So a quick shout out to Digital Maverick if you're listening to this. Maybe pop in the chat and say hello. I can't see. Look, no, I can't see anyone else on the chat at the moment, so it's just me. But yeah, if you're watching this after the event, you can also find this on YouTube. There'll be a link on the description of this video that takes you there. Otherwise, go to my website, tabletopgamesblog.com, and you'll find links to all these things there. Right, I think it's time to switch to the actual game screen. So, Clans of Caledonia, it's a, area control, market manipulation, contract fulfillment, resource management type of game. I think there's lots of things happening. It always reminds me a bit of Terra Mystica, but in a better way. I prefer the theme of this game. Don't know whether others feel the same or not. So yeah, so to start with, again, like I always say, I don't actually explain the game in this stream. We're just doing the playthrough. So if you don't know the game yet, then unfortunately you have to sort of learn it beforehand and then watch the stream. But maybe even just watching it will give you a bit of a sort of idea of how it all works. And yeah, hopefully it'll be fine. Okay. So yeah, so we need to set up the game and decide what different clans we want to be. And actually better close that window now. So if I move into position 6, I think it is, my camera views, so we can see 3 clans at the top there. We have Clan McDonald, which are basically is it McDonald? I can't quite read it from here. I should zoom in a bit more. Makes it a bit easier to read then.
Oh, okay. I missed that. I didn't realize that was a clan. I thought that was a deck.
So these are the fishermen. So instead of having your normal woodcutters and miners, you just have fishermen. They all cost 6 gold to deploy, and they'll give you an income of 4 wherever they are. And the nice thing about these, you can actually play them in the water, and you can also move them before you do your turn, 1 hex space along. The only requirement is that 2 fishermen have to have a hex space between them, so they can't be right next to each other. But it sort of allows you to basically go across the lock in the middle. Then we got Clan Robertson, which, they are very good at river crossing. So in a 2-player game, if they build something near where a river meets a lock, they don't have to pay basically 2 gold less. And that makes them very powerful there. And then finally we've got Clan Cunningham, the milk clan, which I think is also very popular. Tom, I think we just have to decide who goes first in the game, which means, if I remember correctly, that person chooses last which clan to take. So starting with the last player. So we're doing it in reverse order. So if I start the game, for example, then you can choose the clan first. And then we come to placing the workers. I place mine first, then you place your 2 together, and then I place my second one afterwards. If that makes sense. So,
I think so.
Yeah. So do you want to go first and choose the clan last, or do you want to go last and choose the clan first?
We could actually roll a dice on it, I think.
Okay, yeah.
Since there's 1 over here. So if I would just go with whoever gets highest goes first.
Yeah, let's do that.
I've got a +2, so...
Okay, I'm just coming, where's my hand? There it is. If I move the screen across a bit. And then I'm gonna roll as well, if it lets me. Come on, can you select it? For some reason, it won't select me the dice. Go on, you roll for me then.
Okay. -1, so
you
like
go first. Okay.
So does that mean so you get to pick first, right?
So I get to pick first. Yes. So which one am I going to go for? I think I'm going to go for Clan McDonald's. So I'm going to grab those two things and then drag them down to my player board. So I'm blue, in case people are wondering. You should be able to see it actually on screen as well. In the bottom left, I'm Tabletop Games blog in blue. And then Tom, which one are you going to choose?
I think I'm going to go Clan Robertson, actually.
Okay.
If I can pick these both at the same time. Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's just where I remind myself how Tabletopia works again.
That's fine. I'm going to get rid of the other three then off screen. You can see there, guys. I'm going to create a little dumping ground over there where the other pieces are. There we go. So if I scroll back to my screen, I'll have to do a bit of housekeeping, which is going to be a little bit annoying. So I have to get rid of all my workers. Actually, let me rotate that a couple more times. Oh, too much. Back again. Where are we? There we go. So I have to get all my workers off the mat, if it lets me. Let's click there. And I have to put them onto... Oop, and select that one as well. Let's deselect that. And then reselect... Oh, not... What am I doing? Still getting used to Tabletopia with the selecting and things. I'll select those. And then move all my workers onto that board there. And then I can move the whole thing to cover up my miners and woodcutters. Not perfectly aligned. I think that'll do for now. And then also what we need to do is obviously take our resources and money. So we've already got 55 gold in front of us, so we don't need to take those. But I get 1 wheat, a wool, and move it back again. A wool, and I'm going to get a barrel as well, which is over there. I think Tom is setting his stuff up at the same time.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just
That's
sorting myself out.
Yeah, that's
just
good.
to clarify with the Robinsons, is it the where rivers meet lochs?
Yeah, so it's literally
I get my discount.
Yeah, so where's your hand now? So even at the edge of the board, if you come down a bit further, can you see my blue hand? So these 2 4 spaces also give you a discount, for example, because they're both connected to a lock. Now remember, in a 2-player game, we don't place anything on the very outer hex tiles, because we basically play on a tighter board. But yeah, anywhere where a lock meets a river, that's where you get a discount of 2.
Well, that's going to bring up my next question, in which case then, because the first bonus is for playing on the edge of the board. So how does that work?
So the edge of the board now is the inner ring, basically. So assume that the outer hexes aren't there. So the outer edge for the 2-player board is now the next hex in, and you can sort of see a darker outline there as well. That sort of helps a little bit. So as a blue player, we said I go second, and Tom, as the red player, goes first. I'm here on the market board, not the market board, the contract board and the track, the point track as well. And I've just placed the red and blue tokens there to indicate first and second player. And now I'm going to reveal contracts. Let's see if they flip over automatically. Yes, they do. So in a 2-player game, we get 6 contracts. So I thought I'd place them now so you get an idea roughly maybe where you might want to place your workers. When we come to that, number 5 and number 6. Okay. And then while we're over here, we might as well go through the end of round bonuses as well. Like Tom said, for any 2 spaces that you have something, whether it's a worker or sheep or whatever, on the outer edge of this 2-player board, You get 3 points for those 2. The next round, you get 2 points for every hex that is worth, where the land cost is worth 5 or 6. You get 2 points for each of those that you occupy. In the third round, you get 1 point for every milk, wheat, or wool that you have in stock. And then in the fourth round, you get 2 points for every worker you've got out, so whether it's woodcutter or miner, doesn't matter, or fisherman in my case. And then in the last round, you get 2 points for every meat you have on a fulfilled contract. So it doesn't matter whether it's lamb or beef. And then, as always, the first round contracts, you get 5 gold, or £5. In the second round, they're free. In the third round, you have to pay 5, then pay 10, and then pay 15 in the last round. And that is pretty much it. Any questions? You happy, Tom?
I think I'm mostly all right. How do the ports work as well, then? Are they just...
Okay, so if I zoom in where you are.
Mm-hmm.
So the ports, for example, the bottom right one, obviously you can't place in that hex above it where you have the land cost of 1, because it's off the 2-player board. So the closest you could get is either this mountain and field space here with a 3 cost, or this 5 cost place there, which means you have to have 1 lock crossing to reach it. At least 1 lock crossing.
Okay.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And then obviously the same for the others. So in the bottom left, you can't get close to that, but you can place either in the 6 space where you have the forest, mountain, and field, or this 1 space, which is just a field. And again, you have to have 1 lock crossing to reach it. And actually, while we're there, explaining those bonus tiles as well. So this one on the bottom left means you can, if your contract box is empty, you get 5 gold, first of all, £5, and then you draw the top 3 tiles, contract tiles from the deck, look at them, keep one of them if you want to, and place in your box, and potentially have to pay the cost depending which round you're in, and return the other 2 to the top of the deck, I think. Let's have a double check actually, whether it's top or bottom. Where are we? So that's the building bonus, and the building bonus, I'm just looking at the actual physical rules here. Take either one and yeah, no, to the bottom of the draw pile they go, so you have to discard them in. And then the top left, harbour is reachable by land, so there's 4 space or there's 3 space, and you just get £10. And then the top right is reachable by this 1 land space, and you're allowed to move a token on the market up or down 3 spaces. And I think it's only, yeah, multiply the price of 1 good by 3 steps on the market before trading this good. So it's basically that. And then going back to the bottom right, so here you basically trade 1 basic resource, basic good, for 3 others. And I think they have to be different. Let's have a look. Don't know whether that really matters. Discard 1 basic good of your choice and gain any 3 basic goods of your choice, including the type discarded. So you can basically discard a milk and get 3 milk back if you wanted to. And these harbor tiles you can use as a free action at any point during your turn. So it's not like an action you would execute. Is that okay now? Makes sense?
Yeah, I think I'm all good with everything.
Okay.
So ready when you are.
Yeah, let me just move my little workers onto their proper spots. I've got nice points there. Okay. So, given that you're a starting player, you have to place your first worker onto the board. Remember, you still have to pay the cost of the land and the worker where you place them.
Yes.
But you do get
absolutely.
the discount as Robertson. Is it Robertson? Let me double check. Yeah, Robertson.
Sorry, I'm just having to
That's fine.
pick, as it were. Okay, yeah, I've got my first pick decided, so
Okay.
I'm going to play up here. I'll be playing in the woods.
Yeah.
I suppose it's fairly hopefully quite clear as to what I'm up to. So that's going to cost me 6, I think, because I get -2 gold cost for being.
Yeah. So the land is £2, and the woodcutter is, if I zoom into your area, £6. It was £8, but you get a discount of 2, so you only pay £6.
Perfect. And is it the cost of the total that you're paying? So,
yes.
For example, if I'm buying like a land that costs like, I don't know, 1, for example, would it cost me?
Yeah. So yeah, you're obviously paying more than 1 anyway. But yeah, it's basically you add it all up and then take 2 off.
Oh, okay. That's
By the
good.
way, I've just noticed you already had some gold down here, £55, but I see you've taken your own as well. So
oh, okay.
That's all right. I'm going to move those back onto the stacks here. It's up to you. I just don't want to end up with extra money that you don't know what it is. Right.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, don't worry. I'll sort the rest out.
Yeah, if you do the rest, that'd be great. So that means I now place 2 of those workers. And remember, I can place fishermen. So I'm obviously having a think of what I want to do. So in the first round, I want to be on the edge, really, to get those 3 points. So it might be worth me actually playing them as woodcutters or miners. So if we have a look at the board, are there suitable spaces? And I always like to be near a harbour as well. So I could go there, which is quite expensive, but why not? And then bottom right, I can trade. That's probably nicer, actually. I'm going to go bottom right. So I'm going to take my first worker. And as I say, for McDonald, it doesn't matter which one I take. They're all equal, if you like. Plonk them down there. So my work has only cost me 6 standard. Doesn't matter where they go. Plus 3 for the land, so that's 9. That's a 5 there. Drop it onto the stack. There we go. That didn't quite work. There we go. When it changes color, you can drop. And then I'm going to click, and then I can select 4 coins. 4. And put them up there. And then my next worker, well, I might actually go quite far apart because I can go through the locks. So it might be worth my while going near that other harbour in the top left. So I'm going to take my next worker and move up to the harbour in the top left corner. And I build another miner. So it's 4 gold there, £4 plus 6 for the worker, which means I have to pay 10. So that's 2 5s I'm going to take there. There we go. And that's my second worker placed. So Tom, you now place your last worker. Have you worked out, excuse the pun, where you want to place it?
I'm not entirely sure, if I'm going to be entirely honest. So yeah, I'm just having a browse. I'm just trying to make the most of my special ability and the first scoring pile, really.
It is that makes trying to get a good position. But obviously the workers have to be either on a woodland or a mountain or a mix of those. They can't just go into a field, which makes it a little bit harder potentially.
Yes, and that was the problem that I was having. So I'm going to go there though, which is going to cost me 10 minus 2 is 8.
Okay. And then once you've paid, you can then make your first turn.
Sorry, I'm just going to leave my money up here for a split second.
Yeah, that's fine. That's, as long as you know where it is.
Once we get out to it. Righty ho. So was that brief kind of trying to remember how the game works?
Yeah, that's okay. So obviously you can do a number of different things on your turn. Usually one of the first things you do is get a contract, but you don't have to. But you can instead just place another worker. What are the options? Maybe I should actually, if I zoom down to here, there is a little player aid that we all get, so you can see the actions as a reminder. So one action is trade, which means one of your little trader cubes go onto the stock market, and you can buy, not stock market, the market, and you can buy or sell goods. You can, as another option, obtain one export contract, which, as I say, is probably the first thing you tend to do. Number 3 is the expand, which basically means from wherever you already have pieces, you place something next to it, whether it's a sheep, cow, or one of the other things, or even another worker. You can also spend £4 to upgrade your shipping. So to start with, none of us can cross the rivers. Let me actually double check that, because I have a feeling Robertson. Do they get each time? No, I thought they were actually getting river crossing, but no, they don't. So yeah, so you might want to invest in that to be able to cross rivers, and then later also locks, which I say is not necessarily quite so important for me. Then you can also upgrade your technology. So you make your woodcutters or miners make more income. That doesn't apply to me, so I've left those tokens there, but for me it's always income of 4. I can't upgrade them. I just realized I get the shipping upgrade. So I actually start with river crossing.
Oh, nice.
That's what it is. And then what else can we do? We can hire a merchant, so get basically another cube, another £4. Or if you have a resource, you can fulfill an export contract. And as another action, obviously, you can pass. And once you've passed, you move your token down, get some money for that. But then you can't do any more this round. So, have you decided what you're going to do?
Yes, so I'm going to take a contract, and I get 5 gold as well. Is that right?
Yeah, you get the £5 in the very first round. So if you look, you've gone for a contract that requires 1 beef, so you need to put a cow out and later kill it. Wool, and then as a reward, the cotton import goes up by 2, which are then extra points. Right.
And over to you.
Thank you. Let's have a look. What do we want? I need to check my starting resources. So I started with a wool, a wheat, and a barrel of whiskey, which is nice. And I think I always move to the wrong screen. Moving around. Right. So a wool and 2 barrels of whiskey is there. So I could potentially buy that. So if I get that contract and move it down onto my import or contract box, plonk it down there. So I already got one of the wools, I've got one of the barrels, so I'm close there. And I just need to get £5. And then I'm also done. If I can, yeah, there we go, drop it on there. And it's back to Tom.
Okay, I'm going to pay 4 to upgrade my shipping. So I'm just taking the 1 back for change, and I'm done. You'll go.
Good river crossing. Now, as I said, I might as well use one of my free merchants and move them up onto the market. And you can see the prices here in a 2-player game. So I want to purchase a barrel of whiskey. So I place my marker up there in the column for the whiskey, which at the moment, as indicated here, costs £11. I'm going to spend that in a minute. But it also means this token goes up by 1. So now the cost is £12. So if I spend my £11, so I want 2 5s and a 1. This is, there you go. And then I can take a barrel of whiskey as well. Just spending my 1. There you go. And then the whiskey is over here. So I'm actually already near completing this contract, which is rather nice. And that's me done.
Okie doke. All right.
So Tom just basically needs to get a cow out and kill it to complete that contract, which isn't bad.
No, it was a nice, easy first one, I think.
Yeah. It's always quite good to look at the resources you've got in the first round, see if you can complete anything quite easily. So this is a competition for the most contracts completed. If you have, you get 8 points at the end in a 2-player game, or nothing for second place. So here you go, Tom is building a cow up there, so you can use river crossing because it's upgraded, and he gets the bonus of the robots, so it's 4 plus the cow minus 2, so that is 11 pounds. Yeah.
Sorry, me and the money pots are having disagreements.
That's all right.
So, and yeah, that's me all done in which case.
Okay. So as I said, I think I'm going to complete my contract. So I'm going to return the bull up to the resources there, and my 2 barrels of whiskey. Okay, one. Over there. It's going to be a bit untidy, but hopefully close enough. Oh, yeah, that barrel's fallen over. I can now move that contract down to show it's completed. And that now means I get 2 sugarcane, which is basically 2 points. Sorry, not 2 sugarcane, 4 hops, which is the points at the end. I get 3 pounds, and I have to move the sugarcane 2 along. So, Tom, do you mind moving the sugarcane token onto the 3 spot up there while I take my money?
No, that's fine. If
you can find it.
Yep. Which one's the?
So it's the green.
Is it the yellow one? Is that right? It looks a bit like a clover.
It looks like a clover, yeah. So I think I've just taken 2 pounds. Just need to take one more. There. And then if we move in the top right, see what Tom's just done. Yeah, so that is now on 3. That's sugarcane. So that indicates how rare this good is at the end. That gives you points as well. And I'm done.
Okie doke.
It's very quiet today in the chat. No one's watching. I don't know whether we're going to be re-streamed on the Tabletopia Twitch stream. The guys were hoping they could do it last week, didn't get a chance, so hopefully do it this week. Be quite nice. So you're building a sheep?
Yeah, so that'll be 11 minus 2 is 9.
Oh. You're right.
Sorry, it's just stacks of coins, right? So take one back, and that'll be me all done.
Okay. I'm going to have a look at the contracts again now that I've got room for another one. I haven't really got any goods left other than a wheat. So making bread is always nice, but that contract top right for 2 bread and a whiskey is quite a lot. I quite like this one where you then, as a benefit, get a free building thing. So you don't pay the land cost, you just pay the cost of what you're building. Quite a lot of resources, but yeah, I think I'm going to go for that one. I'm just going to zoom out make it easier for me to drag that onto my little box there. And then I also get 5 pounds for taking a contract. So the first round is if you can complete 2 contracts or at least 1, it's quite good, gives you an extra bit of income. And I'm done. I dropped the 5 in the wrong place, but that's okay. All right.
Okay, I'm going to spend another 4 gold to upgrade to lock crossing, I think.
Nice. So for Robertson, that's quite useful. For me, sorry, I just saved another camera angle. For me, I don't necessarily need that because I can, as I say, place workers into the lock and then move along. So we'll see if I need to upgrade later. Okay, so I need to get some things out now, I think, onto the board. So ideally, I want to make some bread, and I also want to make some cheese, but I also need to get a cow out. So maybe let's get the cow out first. And I'm just going to have a look where best to place this. If I look the overview, actually I've got another overview. Yeah, that's better. So I could place it next to there. I could also down here go for 1. That's a bit of a cheaper space. Or I could put a fisherman into there. I might do that. I'm going to go get my cow. So cows cost £9 to place. And then I'm going to move over there in the bottom right and place it on that cheap land space there for £1. So that's £10 in total I have to pay. I'm not really sure how much money I've got. I've got 4 5s there, so that's not bad. 2 of them disappear. And that's me done.
Okay, so
the good thing is
take one of my sheep.
Yep.
And place it up there. So that would cost me 11, but it's going to cost me 9 because of my discount.
Yeah, I was going to say top left, Tom can't cut me off because I can always go into that lock space with my fisherman, which is nice. But I could have cut him off. That was one of my considerations. Do I put my cow there just to block him off from that space? But I think making it a bit cheaper at the moment might be better. Okay, so you've done that. So I need bread. Yep. I need 2 bread. Now wheat is quite expensive. Let's see how much money I've got left. Got 10 there, 15, and that's 28. So that's not too bad. I could build a wheat field. Now let's have a look where to place it though. If I go across there, that might be worth it. We also want lots of people on the edge is the other thing. I hadn't really considered that because lots of points there. So if I put a wheat field there, 22. Yeah, I'm still going to do that. So I'm going to place that wheat field, which costs £18, and carry on my chain in the bottom right there. So I'm going across the river, which I can. So 18 plus the £4 for the land cost. That's 22. Lots of money. So I should have 2 5s there, which is 10. If I then move them onto the stack there. And then I need another 12 from this stack. And I'm going to be poor. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Plonk them onto that stack up there. If they will. Oh, that just happened. Okay. And then I'm done again.
Okay.
So I get less bonus points at the end of this round, but it's still worth it. Where's Thomas going along the edge to get the bonus points there?
So if I play here, will I be able to use this port?
Yeah, because you got 1 lock crossing, you can use that port from there. So there's 1 for the land cost plus 9 for the cow, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's £8 in total.
2,
yeah.
I think. So 10, that'll take it down to 8. So
that's it. So while you're paying, I'm just going to see how much money I actually got left. So I got one there, £6 left. So what I can do now is use my harbour token and go to the top left harbour, which I'm next to, if I'm not mistaken. Plonk that down there to indicate I've used it, and that literally is a free action, as I said, and it just gives me £10, so that's quite useful. I'm going to actually take a £10 coin just because it feels nice. There we go. So that was a free action, so I can still do stuff. So now I've got what was it? Gone?
Can I use that harbour as well? I assume I can.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just to indicate you can only use each harbour once, but multiple people can use the same harbour at the same time. So I've got £16 left. So I'd like to get a bakery out, which is £8. I just need to work out where. If I put it there, that's 13, and that gives me another edge space. Or I can just keep going inland, which I might do. So I'm going to go there probably. So if I take my bakery for £8 and move it up there and continue my chain here. So that's 8 plus 3 is £11 I have to pay. And while I do that, Tom can carry on.
Where are we putting the completed contracts? Just underneath your harbour
Yeah,
tokens?
just underneath your little...
I'm going to spend one of my wool and sacrifice one of my cows.
Cows comes home.
Yeah, and I'll complete that contract. So that puts the cotton up by 2, I believe, so I can sort that out. And then I'll be done. So all yours.
Okay, cool. Now, let me just have a quick look on the board. So Tom took that cow from here, which has now created a gap, but he's still connected because of the lock crossing. So for later, when we do the area points, basically, he's now got 1, 2, 3 connected areas because of the lock crossing, which is quite nice. While I, in the bottom right, also have 3. I've got 1, 2, and then 3 down here. So at the moment we're even Stevens, which is obviously going to change over the game. Now, I don't think I can do anything really. I've got £5 left, so I could look at maybe doing a upgrade, getting another merchant. I could potentially obviously sell my wheat, but I do need it for the contract. So I might as well do my lock upgrade now. So I'm going to take £4, plonk them onto the stack here, if I can. Might need to get a bit of mouse next time, and then I can upgrade this to 1 lock crossing, and that's me done.
Okay. Well, I'm going to use one of my harbour tokens up here, alongside yours, to get me £10.
Yeah. So that's a free action, so you can still do something else.
Oh, really? Are they free? I did not know.
Yeah,
that.
harbour actions are always free, and obviously do need them sometimes to be free.
Yeah, like I assume you can only do 1 a turn as well.
Oh, that's a good question. Let's have a look.
Sorry to spring that on you.
No, that is a good point. I think it is only 1, but because it's free, it may be multiple. Let's have a look. Free action using a port bonus. A player can use an immediate, and then once you use a bonus. Each player can use each port bonus. A player may use multiple port bonus tiles in 1 turn. Yes, you can do that.
Oh, fantastic. In which case, I will take a second one down here, which gets me another 5. And I think that means I get to pick a contract as well. Is that right?
If your contract box is empty, yes. Which it is.
And then...
So you take the top 3 contracts from the stack, look at them, don't show them to me. Well, you can, I suppose. In the stream, we're not going to worry about it. And then you can decide to keep 1. And then, flip them over. So if I zoom over there, we can all have a look together. So you can keep one of them. You get £5 obviously for keeping it in the first round, and the other 2 basically get underneath the stack, but we'll just discard them to the side. If we do need them later, we can shuffle them in. So quite tasty ones there. So
I think I'm going to take this one.
Okay. I'll do the other 2, get rid of them for you. So if you want to take the money.
And I get another 5 gold for that as well, don't I, on top of that, for taking another contract. So
that's it. I'm going to leave them face up so we know that that's a discard pile, if you like. Okay, so that's...
is that me done now, effectively?
No, you've done 2 free actions at the moment. You haven't done actually an action. So you can do something else still.
Okie doke. Well,
I know, choices and choices.
Yeah, I know, I'm going to spoil it. It's
going to be interesting. Yeah, so if you guys are watching this, please let us know. Even if you're watching it afterwards, I'd like to hear what you think of those streams. Are they any good? Is it worth me carrying on? I mean, there's a couple more streams lined up next week, Monday, the 4th of May, again at 11 British Standard Time. We are going to do a teach and playthrough of Prisma Arena by Hub Games, or We Are Hub Games, which will be quite nice. And then the week after that, Monday, the 11th of May, again at 11 BST, British Summer Time, in the morning. I'm going to attempt a sort of live stream of Forbidden Sky using a webcam and having the game set up on my table. I'm going to probably have my wife join us, and then also Anne Jones of Cards or Die. She's going to have the game set up at her end, and hopefully we can play it just by talking it through. So my wife and I obviously can do the actions live, and then Anne has to recreate it her end. And yeah, we'll see how it goes, how easy it works. We don't know yet. So you've gone for another worker, Tom?
Yeah, I've put another forestry chap down. It will cost me 12, but then I've got my discount to take it down to 10.
Yeah, that's nice.
And then that will be me all done again.
So effectively, Tom has blocked me off there completely. I can't reach that harbour in any way. I was thinking you might want to, if you flip them down, you might be able to see the pieces better. What do you do? It's just a flip, is it?
Yeah, that's right.
I might actually do that. That's a very good idea.
Well, I just think on some games I play top down rather than an angle, and and
that's what I'm doing on the stream as well. You do that one. Cool. I think viewers can see better what these different bits are. Yeah, cool. So all I can do is pass, and all I need to do is move that token from there to first place. That means the next round I'm going to be first player, and I collect £16 for the privilege as well. And it's over to Tom. I'm just going to collect my money while Tom sorts his stuff out. 15.
Yeah, let's have a quick look. See, I've got how much money left. Right.
All right, let's have a look on the board.
Do the workers look different for the forest chaps versus the miners?
No, they all look the same.
Okay. Oh, I suppose it doesn't matter what thing they're on.
Depends on what
exactly.
Okay. Just make sure you take it from the right space on your player mat, and then place it in the woods or the mountain, depending where you've taken it from. So if you take it from the right place, you don't accidentally take a work from the right-hand column and put it in a forest, for example, you should be fine.
Yeah.
I'm just flipping those tokens again, which was a great idea until we realized you don't flip the board.
Yeah, exactly.
There we go. So what do you want to do?
Yeah, sorry, I'm just having a little. See, the thing with this game I always forget is getting all of your woodsmen out early on sometimes seems like a good idea, but also they are quite a good way of expanding cheaply later on. So
Yeah, it's one of those things. I think there's different strategies. I think Juma, who's designed this game, tends to say you should just go for the income to start with, and then actually complete multiple contracts at the end, even though you have to pay for them. Then, I mean, I don't know. He's played it a lot, so he probably knows that works. But unless you understand the strategy, I think it's not so good.
Well, that worker should cost me 7, but then I've got my 2 discounts, so I should spend 5.
5, yeah. And because I've passed, you get another go.
Yeah. And I've only got 6 gold left, I believe. So
yeah, if you over, it doesn't give you a number. It's basically just 1 coin left. So yeah, £6. You already used the harbour bonus in the top left to get your money there. So is it time to pass?
yeah, I think it would be, but I think what I'm going to do is sell my milk for for 5 gold. So can you shuffle the things around for me, and I'll put one of my tradespersons up there.
So that one goes down 1. So it's still worth £5, but if it's sold again, it goes down to 4. So now you've got £11.
And then I'm going to build this chap over there. It would cost me 12, but my 2 discount means it costs 10.
Yeah. So that was a minor. Oh no, actually no. Hang on. Not there. You're not at a lock bit, are you?
Oh yeah, good point. Oh, in which case I cannot do that. Sorry, apologies.
That's all right.
So if I take my 10 back, let's have a quick rethink.
So you could. No, you can't even place them there. But obviously you could place something else. It's also a field. There you go. You're doing a dairy.
I was thinking about it, but do you need 2 milk to convert to a cheese, or is it just
no,
1
it's
to
1 to 1. It's only the wheat basically produces 2 wheat, the wheat field. Everything else produces 1. And then each factory basically converts 1 into something higher quality, refined.
Well, in which case I shall just pop that down there for 9, I think. And
yeah, so again, you don't get your discount there. Yep. That's it.
No. And yeah, call it done. So yeah, it's me finished, so I shall pass as well.
Okay, if I drag your counter down and you can take yourself £13. And that means now we're going to produce stuff. So I'm going to quickly run that through on the board here. So first of all your workers give you relevant income, and then you can produce some of your basic goods. So like in my case, I'm producing 2 wheat and milk. And then that you can convert with your factories, if you like, into higher grade stuff. So I've got 1 bakery, so I can produce, convert 1 wheat into 1 bread if I wanted to. So we can do that all at the same time. Tom has something similar. He gets 2 wool, 1 milk, and the milk he can convert into cheese, and he gets £16 for all his woodcutters as well. So let's have a look then. For me, I get £8 income for the 2, well, fishermen slash woodcutters or whatever they are. They're all the same income for me. 5 plus another 3 into there. And then I get my milk. And I get 2 wheat, but I'm going to convert one of them into bread, so I'll just take 1 wheat and 1 bread. And then the next thing we probably might do while I was over here, we can retrieve our merchants as well. So I'm going to take mine back.
Yeah, just grabbing mine.
There we go. And then if we go over to the right, we do the end of round bonus. So that's for every 2 people basically at the edge, not just people, anything you've placed at the edge, you get 3 points. So Tom has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, if I see that correctly. So that's basically 9 points. So red goes on to 9. And I have a meager 2, so I get 3 points. Yeah, do you want to do it? So if Tom does my 3 points, I can now replace the contracts. So we get new contracts filling up the spaces, which is nice. Oh, that was a bit in the wrong place. And then that one goes there. And now we flip over the end of round scoring tile as well to indicate that we're in the next round. Which means in the second round we get nothing for contracts if we buy them, but we also don't have to pay anything, which is okay. So I now have to see, I start the round now because I passed first. And I basically need another bread and I need a cheese. Now I've got 2 merchants and I've got a bit of money. I'm going to have a look on the market. So a bread and a cheese. So bread is £10, cheese is £10. That's quite expensive. But I could also sell a wheat. It's not looking good. I think I did that slightly wrong. I should have built another bakery rather than a wheat field. But then I wouldn't have had the wheat. So yeah, either way, I think it is what it is. So I'm unlikely to complete this contract this round. Because I haven't got much income either. I think the fishermen are always struggling with income. So I think the best way for me is to just carry on as I was. And I'm going to try and get to the lock now. And I can start spreading out there and hopefully connecting up with my other meep up there. And in fact, I probably should move on to that space here before Tom cuts me off. So it's a £1 land space. And I might as well go for either a cheesery, a dairy, or a bakery. And I think I'll go for the bakery. They're both £8 to spend to place. So it's £8 for the bakery, plus £1 for the land cost here. And I have lock crossing, so I can place it there. So that's £9. So I'll get rid of my 10 there. Money is disappearing quickly. And I get 1 back. And it's Tom's go.
Okay.
So from my bakery, I can now hop into the lake if I wanted to and start spreading out. So I have the feeling I probably don't get the contract completed this round, which is a bit of a shame, but it's okay. Hopefully I can ramp up production later. Now Tom has a wool, but needs 2 more cheeses for his contract. He has 2 merchants, so he could buy 2 cheeses. That would cost him £20. A lot of money.
Yeah, so I'm going to work out my finances a little bit.
Yeah. When you will produce another milk, which you can turn into cheese next round, but that still leaves him 1 cheese short. So instead you could build another dairy and get another cow out to then get 2 cheeses next round. But again, it looks like unless you purchase stuff, you can't complete his contract this round, which is good for me.
Right.
Let me know if you need help with anything moving around.
No, I should be alright. I think if I've done this right, I think. Or am I? Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud to
That's
myself.
right. Yeah.
Let's move this back and do the maths very quickly because I know exactly what I need to buy, so I should
Okay.
try and speed this up and work out what I'm doing. So bear with me a sec. Right.
It's one of those games where you do have to think. I mean, if people who've played Terra Mystica should get into this game quite easily because it is very similar. The only difference is the area control at the end counts a bit differently. So it's something I tend to point out to people who've played Terra Mystica. And then there's obviously the other things happening here, which I quite like. So you've got the market, which is nice. It allows you to get more resources, and it's quite often underused by people in the game. People should take advantage of it a bit more. And then you have obviously the end of round goals are the same as in Terra Mystica, but obviously got the contracts there and how they work. And I think the theme to me makes more sense. I think some of the mechanisms to me are a bit cleaner here, so I prefer this game over Terra Mystica. But that's just me.
Okay, yeah, I think I've figured out what I'm doing.
Okay.
So I'm going to spend 11 gold to place a miner in the mountains up here.
Oh, nice, yeah. So you don't get a discount there?
No, sadly not. But then I shall use the discount I get from your bakery, I believe.
So that's a neighborhood bonus. So that means when you build next to someone, I've moved into the wrong place. So you build next to my bakery, which means you can now buy bread up to 4 times. It tells you on the right-hand side if he has that many merchants, and at a discount of £3 each. So you could buy, if you had 4 merchants, buy 4 bread at £7 each. So that's always very nice if you can do that. So purchasing, that's it on the top there, and I'll move them up twice. So you pay £14 rather than 20, but the price counter goes up 2 spaces. So that means now he has 2 bread.
Right, so I should take my bread and that'll be me done. Sorry, that took a little while.
I'll have a look now what I want to do next then. So I've done my bakery, which means for my contract I do need another bread. So I don't even need to produce wheat. I can just get bread next round, but I might as well build another dairy because I've got 2 wheat already there. I'm going to produce 2 wheat in my next production phase, which means 2 of those wheat that I produce can go straight into bread if I wanted to, but then I still have 2 wheat left. So not dairy, I mean I'm talking about the milk here if I build a dairy. Or I could obviously build distilleries, and I'm going to have a look on the board for the contracts to see if there's any contracts out there that do need whiskey later. Seems to be mostly bread or cheese, so maybe I do get the dairy out. So as I say, I'm producing a milk anyway, and I've got 1. So for £8 I can build a dairy somewhere, and let's have a look where that's going to go. Now I also need to keep an eye on my money. That's all these things now. So how much? I've got 16 pounds, and if I place a fisherman in a lake, it's free at no land cost, which that's the advantage for the clan MacDonald. So yeah, build dairy for £8. I just need to find a suitable space now that is hopefully relatively cheap. Let's have a look. Is there anything around that I can reach? I can't build there in the mountain space, even though I've got a lock crossing. It's purely a mountaineer can go in there. Miner. I could build over here, which is actually quite nice. I might do that. Cut off that. So that's 3 plus 8, that's £11. which I'll pay now. And then, Tom, you can go while I'm doing the money.
Okie doke.
So I've got £5 left, which isn't quite enough to get another fisherman out, but I can sell stuff, of course. Never forget that. So Tom is looking at his sheep there, by the looks of it.
Yeah, sorry, it's a bit of a debate. I'm trying to plan ahead, but it's not doing very well at it. So. What was the bonus you got for having all 4 of one type out for the industry? Was it a contract?
That's the one, basically the harbour you use. So you don't get the £5 that you had from the harbour, but you draw the top 3 contracts if you have an empty contract box only, though. So once you place your 4th dairy, for example, your cheesery out, at that point, immediately as a free action, you draw the top 3 contracts and you can keep one of them. But only, as I say, if your contract box is empty. So you have to time that a little bit.
Okay. Well, I'm going to upgrade my
woodcutters, yeah.
Woodcutters for 5.
For
10.
10.
1 or 4 even, so get 1 back, and that is me done. So on to you.
No, the upgrade itself is £10.
Oh, is it 10?
Yeah, look underneath. So the £6 you see there is basically what you get after you've upgraded. So instead of the £4 income, you get £6 income. But no, you have to pay £10 unless you use that bonus from the contract thing that allows you to do it for half price.
Well, that's all right. It actually makes my go a little bit easier. So yeah, so that's all paid for.
Okay.
So that's me done.
So yeah, so as I was saying with me, I haven't got any money to get another fisherman out, but I would like to. So I've got £5, and I think I'm going to look at the market. So I've got wheat to sell for £5, which I could do. Yeah, I'm going to sell 1 wheat. So I'm just going to get rid of the wheat now while I'm down here. Oh, not move the screen. 1 wheat, and I need to move my merchant up there and adjust the price. I wish there was a way to actually zoom to another camera view while you're dragging stuff. So I'm selling wheat.
Yes, it's the thing I've always thought about. Or if you could snap to the camera view, or even speed the scrolling up. Right?
Yeah, there may be a way. I have to ask the Tabletopia guys. So I get £5, and then that's my go done. So over to Tom.
Okay. Well, I think I might actually pass at this point, since there's not much else I can do.
Okay.
So is there a pass counter we need to move about?
Yeah, so that's where your hand is. You move your red token up onto the 16 spot, and you get your £16.
Sorry, if I take that now, I do.
You take that immediately. That's it. But obviously can't do anything with it because you've now passed. But I've got my money now, so I can pay £6 to finally get my fisherman into the water. So it's 5 and 1 from here. 6. And I'm going to take one of these and when I think about the strategy, probably would have been for me to actually get fishermen out more quickly. And I can place it there, flip it on its side, and then I will pass also, and I get £13 instead, not the 16. Small difference, but possibly an important difference. So if I take 10 from there, and 3. There we go.
Are we all right to start doing the income phase?
Yeah, so if you want to do your production and income phase, go for it. So I'm going to talk through mine while you do yours. So I now get £12 income, which is a bit better. Still not quite enough. I'm still way behind. Oh, come on, £10. Why don't you want to drop onto... Oh, well, Just plonk it there. And then 2 more. And then I get a milk, which I will convert straight into a cheese with my dairy, because I need that for my contract. I'll produce 2 wheat, and I will actually convert them straight to bread. Now, I didn't look at the end of round bonus, but I'll still do that. And then that's me done. So if we have a look at the end of round bonus, yeah, so this is now land cost. I don't know whether I'll get any points for this. I haven't really looked at that. I should have done. So Tom, if you're ready.
Yep.
So if we have a look for Tom, so we're looking at land costs of 5 or 6. So I can see one bottom left here. Not quite sure what the cows are. No, it's on the 1.
It's just a 1 for me, I believe.
Yeah, so that means for 1 space you get 2 points. And then for me, I don't know whether I get any. No, I get a zilch. Tom shoots into the lead. And I'm going to flip that over, and we would refill contracts if there were spaces, which there aren't. And then it's now back to Tom's go. So Tom...
let's not forget our merchants.
Oh yeah, that's the classic one. That's the zoom over there. And I forget my merchant back. That's the ones we tend to leave in the real game as well when we play it. Right, and it is Tom's go now.
Quite regularly.
Yeah. Tom needs 1 more cheese to complete the contract.
Yep. Cheers. I'm going to purchase straight away, I think, just to get it done and dusted.
Yeah, get it out of the way. So now contracts cost £5. So cheese is a tenner. There you go.
And I can complete now, can't I?
No, that's an action. So you have to do that on your next turn.
Okay. In which case, yeah, I'm all done then. So you're good.
Did you pay your £10 as well?
Oh, no, I didn't actually. That would be cheating. So yeah, let's do that too.
That's right. You're winning anyway, but you know. That means I could complete my contract though. I'd have to kill a cow, spend 2 bread and 8 cheese, and I'll do that because I think I should get that out of the way, which might actually give me first pick on the contract as well. So 2 bread, 1 cheese, and I'll have to return a cow. So I'm going to move the contract off just to indicate I've done that. So it gives me 2 points at the end, plus I can build now on a space for free. And Tom, do you mind moving the cotton, the grey one, or 4 spaces along?
Yeah, of course. So it goes to 7.
So I need to kill the only cow I've got, which is that one. And it comes back in its second life, so to speak. I don't know what the theme is here. There we go. So I can now choose a space and build there without paying the land cost. Obviously, that would have been really useful earlier because it could have built somewhere expensive. Now I need to be careful. If I do area thing, I need to fill that space in again later, but I'm not worried about that now. Or I could build down here. Now there's an idea. So what contracts did I say are out there? I'm just going to look if I want to produce certain things. Now bread is out there, so that might be the one I'm going to go for. Yes. So if I build a bakery on this really expensive space there, which is normally £6, but I get it for free because of the contract, but I still have to pay the £8 for the bakery. And that is me done then. So Tom, while I pay my £8, you can go.
Well, I shall complete my contract. It costs me 1 flour and 3 cheese.
And then which one is it? The one with the 3 cotton? Yeah. Yeah. So
let's have a look.
if
So yeah, 3 cotton.
So
an
if I move
upgrade and
that up,
3 hops.
I'll do that. I'll move the 3 cotton along. Now, because Tom now hit that space with a pound coin on it, he actually gets a pound. I think we forgot that earlier, but that's fine. So you also get a pound coin.
Oh, fantastic. I should take that. Okay, and I think that gives me an upgrade option, doesn't
Yeah,
it,
so you
as
can
well?
either get another merchant for free, upgrade your shipping for free, or half price upgrade your miner. Well, you've already done the woodcutter, so it'd be the miners. So the miner upgrade would cost £5. The shipping and the merchants would be free, but you can only do one of those.
I might go with the shipping, actually.
Cool. And then
that'll be me all done.
Yeah,
So
your
over to
turn
you.
gone. So I'm going to look at contracts now. And as I said, I quite like the one with the 3 bread because I'm going to get lots of bread. It means I need to get a sheep out, which is okay. Gives 4 sugarcane and 2 points. Now the other one that's tasty is down here. For 3 cows and the bread, you get 4 sugarcane, 2 upgrades, and £10. It is tasty. I haven't got any wool.
It's quite expensive though, really.
Yeah, it is.
Cow.
It is for 3 cows. But I do fancy those 2 upgrades and the £10. I'm going to go for it. So I now have to pay £5. That's the other thing to remember, because in round 3 for taking that contract. But I will go for it. It's probably the end of me, but then I'm already behind, so let's risk it. And then yeah, I'll pay my £5 and you can go.
Okay, let's have a look. See, right, I think I'm going to take a contract as well since we're at that time. I'm going to take this one, which is the wool and bread that I need, which I've got an abundance of. So
yeah, I was wondering whether you'd go for that one.
Yeah, I'd kind of set up for it earlier on. So, and that cost me 5 gold as well, doesn't it?
Yep. So while I was doing this, Tom has taken this contract over here. 2 sugarcane, another free land price build, and 3 points. So doing well. Okay, that's you done.
Yeah.
So I have to get 3 cows out now. The £9 each. So where can I build them? Zoom onto the player, the game board.
I'm just AFK for one more moment, sorry.
Yep. So my cows on So I have to remember that I can actually move my fishermen along before I do an action. What does it say on here? So once per turn you can move a fisherman to an adjacent lock space by rowing out, but only before your main action. So I can't do it after main action. Do I see any cheap land spaces that I can reach? There's those over there. Maybe I'll put it over there. There's one for 4 there. It's quite expensive. There isn't much cheap stuff around. Yeah, I'll put it to the side because I will slaughter them later anyway. So if I go back to my player mat, take a cow for 9. And then plonk it down here. So I'm just deploying my cow for £11. That's 10 there. And 1. And that's me done. I only got £5 left, so I can't do much after this. I seem to be £1 short, as you tend to be in this game.
Right, so let's have a quick look.
I'm sitting in the conservatory. It's getting quite warm in here.
Oh,
So the
lovely.
fleece is coming off. That's why I don't do video chat, so people can't see me. So you're going for another worker?
I was thinking about it.
So I got 2 lock crossing, which obviously gives you a wider reach. But remember, this is lock crossing, not you can't go along a river. People tend to get that wrong.
I'm going to finish my contract, I think, actually.
Oh, look at that. Okay.
Which I can do.
Yeah.
So that costs me a wool.
I'll do the bread. You can sort out the contract. Oh, okay.
So let's finish that. So
shall I do the sugar cane?
Yeah, 2 sugar cane. And is that a free build, basically, then? Do I do that now, I guess?
So you don't pay the land cost. You still pay the cost of whatever you're building. And by the way, the sugar cane's gone across the £1 mark, so you get another £1 as well.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, so you don't pay for the land cost, but you pay for whatever you're building. So it's not completely free, but it's still good. Let's have a look where that's going.
I'm going to put down another mountain miner up there, which will cost me 10.
Yeah, and it's in a very expensive spot.
And that'll be me done.
Okay, so I now need to get a bit more money. So I'm going to sell something. So I'm thinking in the next round I'm going to produce 2 wheat, and I've got 3 bakeries. So I might keep that wheat that I've got there and don't sell that, but I can sell the milk. So if I get the milk dragged back into the resource pool and then get my worker, I'll zoom out a bit, and no, I can't select it because it's so far zoomed out. Let's zoom back in a bit. Yeah, so I'm selling milk, which goes up there. I'm going to place that properly in a second. Let me move up to the market. So milk is worth £5 at the moment, which means I get £5 and the price drops to 4. So taking my £5, and then it's Tom's go again.
Okay.
Because what I want to do now, I want to get my workers into the lake to get some income. I'm way behind on that, and that's bad. Also means I get more area potentially as well. I've got 1 lock crossing, so I can actually space out my fishermen quite easily. And they're considered adjacent to the land they're on. So in the top left here, my worker and the bakery are basically one area. Actually, I'm just going to double check that that's true for them. I believe so.
Okay, well, I'm going to pop another sheet down up here, which will cost me 12, but then I get a discount of 2 since it's a lock entrance. So
yeah.
That will cost me 10. And that will be me all done as well. So back over to you.
Thank you. I'm just going to reading this. So for Clan MacDonald, I was looking at the fisherman and bakery in the top left. So land spaces adjacent to fishermen are considered to be neighboring and thus accessible in the expand action, which makes sense without any shipping. The neighborhood bonus can be taken advantage of when deploying a fisherman as well, but not when rowing. So when I move my fisherman, I can't move next to someone. So for example, I can move up to the sheep there and then buy some wool. But if I'd placed my fisherman up there, then I would have been able to buy wool for free. Now,
okay, that's interesting.
And not for free, for cheaper. But I'm just thinking at the end, we have to work out the area thing, whether for Clan MacDonald, the bread, and I guess the bread and the fishermen basically count as one area because they are adjacent. But yeah, I will get another fisherman out. So that's £6, which I'll pay in a minute. And I'll put another one in the lock. Because I've got 1 lock crossing, I can actually space them out. So I can actually place that one there or there. Now, where do I prefer? I think I'm going to go there. And the reason is after I've placed that there, on my next turn I could potentially put something up there in that corner if I have the money. So they're nicely spaced out then. Or maybe even down here. We'll have to have a look. So I have to pay my money of £6, but Tom can take his next go.
Okay.
So Tom is currently without contract, is that right? So you can...
Yeah, that's right. I'm just having a look to see what we've got, and it's looking a bit so-so, really.
Yeah. So the hops in the bottom right, basically victory points at the end, and then the others, the cotton and the tobacco and the sugarcane, depending on how rare they are. So at the moment the cotton is in the lead, so it's very common. The sugarcane is sort of medium rare, if you like, and then the tobacco currently hasn't been actually imported at all, so it's the rarest goods. And you can see on the board here, the rarest basically gives you £5 points, the next one 4, and then 3 underneath that.
Well, I've just paid my 5 to take that top left contract.
Cool. Actually, have a look. There we go.
So it just requires a lamb and bread,
which should be doable for you. Okay, so as I was saying, I'm not going to complete my contract this turn anyway. I'm not going to be bothering with cows at the moment, but I want to get my fishermen out. So I'm going to sell some more stuff. I'm going to sell a bread, because I know I'm going to get 3 bread back in the next production phase. So I'm going to move my merchant and sell bread, which is £11 worth, so that's quite nice. And move that down 1. And then I'm going to take my £11, and it's Tom's go again.
Okay, well, I'm similarly, I can do the same, can't I? I can go into the sales thing.
Yeah. So you can sell bits that other people have sold. You can't buy and sell the same good in the same round. So there's no way of basically buying, I don't know, 3 bread for cheap and then selling them at the higher price again. You can do it in the next round.
Sold my bread for 11, so that is meal done as well. So back to you.
Okay, so I'm going to get another fisherman out. So £6. I don't know why I took a 10 actually. I should have taken a 5 earlier, but never mind. So I'm going to pay my £10 there, get £4 back. Which I'll just plonk on here. And then my fisherman, oh no, it went everywhere. I'll sort it out later. Oh, and now I'm taking the board. This is not going well for me at the moment. And then I've now rotated as well. What's happened there? Why has that rotated? Oh God, this is gone.
Should we just let me sort it out?
Thank you.
Where does it need to go?
So where the workers are on there. Let me just hang on. Let me remove that one. Right. So I'm going to move that, put it on the board. So as I said, it cost me 6. I'm going to put it in the lock space there, as I said earlier. I can rotate that and flip it. Okay. There we go. And in the meantime, I think Tom has sorted me out there. I just need to sort out my money. Thanks very much, Tom. It's all yours.
You're very welcome. Right. Okay, in which case I am going to deploy another sheep. Use my double lock crossing to be able to go around here. And drop my little sheep over there. It would normally cost me 12, but I think I get my discount, don't I?
Yeah.
So that costs me 10, and that will be me done.
Yeah, so it's from that worker, 2 locks, and then down to here. Very nice. And I think now I could, I've got enough money, so I can take one. So if I try and take another, can I move the whole thing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need £6 I need to pay. If I can get another worker. Let's have a look on the map first of all. So I've got the money to do this. Where could I place my next fisherman? So I could place one down here, which might be worthwhile. Now, one thing we have to clarify, Tom, because of this map. So if you look in the lock space in the middle, you can see my worker on the right-hand side here. Now, there's a piece of land between that lock space and the one beneath it. So technically, I could use my lock crossing, go around and place another fisherman there, and I would still satisfy that they're separated by one lock space. Or you could argue that that piece of land isn't actually land and it's just water space, in which case I couldn't place my fishermen there because then they would be next to each other. So the official thing, as Juma was saying at the beginning of the game, you just need to decide, is that land space? I think he's saying technically it's just a beauty thing. It's actually no land there because obviously you can't actually place any cows there. It's basically two spaces that are connected directly to each other, or you can overrule and say no, we're counting it as a separation. What do you want to do? What do you think? Does it make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. I think I'd say just consider it water for the sake of the fact that I definitely wouldn't build a cow there.
Correct.
So,
yeah. No, I'm with you on that as well. I just wanted to double check just in case. So I should have really put my worker down here earlier, but that's fine. I'm going to place my worker down in that space there, which is just still on the 2-player board. So I'll place that now, and hopefully don't drag the wrong bit this time. There. I'm going to flip it. If it lets me flip it, lay it down. I'm going to pay my £6 and Tom can play.
Okay.
Bit of housekeeping here, come on. If it will let me drop them onto this bit. Will it let me drop them? Come on. Trying to get rid of my money. Well, I'll have to just dump it, unfortunately. There we go. Right.
Well, I think at this stage I'm going to actually pass because there's not too much else I can do with my gold. I'm one short of being able to do anything useful. So
okay, I'm just going to put my
have a double check.
Just going to put my worker back, which I accidentally moved off the board. I still had it selected. I think that's why it didn't let me drop the money down. So yeah, so you're going to pass?
Yeah, one gold short of being able to make anything new, really. So yeah, I'm all done.
That's fine. I only got £3 left, so I'm going to pass as well, which gives me £13.
Yeah, I've taken my gold already. So.
Okay. So do you want to start your income then?
Yeah, by all means.
And I'm just still taking my £13. Right, over here. 1, 2, 3. I probably should have taken more because I've got my income phase coming now as well. So can I drop that on top this time? Yeah. There we go. Nicely stacked. So I now get £24 for my fisherman, which is much nicer. And I might actually take 3 of the 5s and pay 1 back. Just changing up a bit. If I can drop them on top. I'm not quite sure how this works. I'll have to just dump them. And so I have to pay £1 back into the bank. Oh, I see. I also dragged my wheat over there. There we go. That's why it's all gone wrong. Better get my wheat back. Been selecting too many things, clearly.
Well, I think I'm all done now on the income. So.
Okay, I'm just still going through. So I'm going to get a milk, which I'm going to convert straight into a cheese. And then I get 2 wheat, which I'm going to convert into bread. And I'm going to use the wheat I've already got and convert that into bread as well. So this is what you can do. You don't have to produce it that round. You can already have some of the resources and refine them into nicer things. So that
is, of course, also. If you're not paying too much attention to the end of round bonuses.
Yeah, you're getting now 1 point for each. Yeah, I think so. For me, I think I need the money though
Yeah, it's
to
fair
sell
enough.
stuff. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So yeah. So as it says here, you get 1 point for every standard resource you've got. As we saw, I've refined all mine, so I don't get anything. Tom has 2, 4, 6, 7 basic resources, so you get 7 points. And then we'll flip that over.
18.
Going way into the lead. And I'm going to refill the contract as well. So flip that tile over. So now contracts cost £10 if you want them. Getting expensive. And let's see what comes out. Last contract. There we go. All right, and it's Tom's turn.
Okay, well, I'm going to start off by not moving my player mat, hopefully. Right, I'm going to spend, yeah, that's just a regular space for me. So spend 12 gold to build my dairy.
Yeah.
So and I can use the neighborhood bonus on your bakery, can't I? Which, again,
Yes.
we forgot to take our merchants back as well.
Yes, as we always do. There we go. I'm going to just remove mine. But you can, yeah, if you want to buy some bread from me, well, not for me directly, but basically a discount. Feel free. So that discount's quite nice. It's £3 off. You doing that or?
Yes, I should do really. Can you purchase multiple times in a round, if that makes sense, in the same category? I know you can't buy and sell, but could I purchase a second time this round if I needed to? Or
In the round, but not on your turn. So on your turn, you can only buy.
that's fine.
Yeah. So let's have a look. I'm just double checking the rules, but I'm pretty certain. Trade, you can place as a. Yeah, so place as many merchants on the buy or sell area of a single good. So you can't buy multiple on your turn, but obviously next round you could, if you have the merchants, buy some more of the same or buy something else or whatever you want to do.
Okay. Well, what I may be a bit cheeky and confusing for, if that would be all right then, is to undo that action. Is that all right?
Yeah,
Do you
sure.
mind?
That's fine. You haven't finished your turn yet.
So let's pop my. And let's just, sorry, quickly undo all of that because we're at that stage in the game where I don't particularly fancy having to. It's going to real stall out if I can't get my third bread this round.
Yeah.
Although I have somewhat exposed my hand a little bit. So
That's fine. That's fine.
Right, well, what I shall do in which case then is I'm going to just spend 4 gold to buy a merchant, which is what I should have done at the beginning. So
that's fine. These things happen. You're still in the lead. I think you're going to win this one. So that's you done then.
Yep.
When you take your merchant when you're ready.
Yep. And then, over to you.
So, yeah, so I want to start trying to get my... I have to have cows on the field. I can't just buy cows from the market, unfortunately. It's one of the few things you can't use to complete contracts. The market doesn't help you there. So cows are £9. 2 cows out. I just need to work out where I want them on the board. So I'm trying to find a nice cheap space. So I was thinking maybe there where the mountain is, where I've got my other cow already, because I'm going to get rid of it anyway. So yeah, let's do that. So it's £9 for the cow, and then £2 for the land cost. There. Flip that. Okay. And then I need to pay £11. But that is basically me done. So Tom,
right,
you can start.
Well, I shall do what I was going to do originally, which is pop another dairy down there for 12.
Yeah. See, I was nice. I didn't block it for you.
No. And I am very grateful for that. Thank you very much. So that will put my dairy down, and then I can use my free actions to do what I was hoping to do earlier. So
3 bread.
yeah, so that goes up by 1, is
I'll
it?
do by 3.
Oh, okay.
Normally would have
Yeah.
paid £30 for that, but they're now £7 each. There's £21, but it does go up 3 slots, so it's a lot more expensive. So if you have bread, selling it now is probably the time. So looking at me,
It
I
might
have
be quite
bread.
good for you, actually.
Yeah, I might sell some of that. But I'm not going to worry about it quite yet, because I know that Tom can't sell bread in this round, let alone this turn. So I'm pretty safe with that price. If anything, he can buy some more, which would drive it up even further.
And that's me all done. So over to you.
Okay, so I need to get my other cow out, as I said. Let's find another nice space on the board. So there's that space again, which is just 1, which would link things up again. But then I'm going to kill the cow again, so it will be disconnected again. It might still be worth it, though. Yeah, so I'm going to place my cow there. So it's at £9 for the cow, plus £1 for the land space. If I can scroll to it and leave the cow along the way. No, there we go. Plonk it there and flip it. Pay my £10. That one and that one. And then I'm done.
Okay, so I'm going to spend just throwing money around. Just drops that.
That's fine. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's all right. Do you want me to tidy it up while you're doing something else?
No, it's all right. It's just because I've got my drop that 1 there. So yeah, so I'm going to spend 11 anyway.
Okay.
Yep. So that's going to deploy
not the board. Yeah.
a miner for me. So let's finally get this over with. So I'm going to pop him over there.
Yeah, nice space. Okay.
And that's me done.
And I'm going to quickly flip him as well while I'm there. Right, so I've got my 3 cows out, and that means I've got the bread anyway, so I'm going to complete my contract. So I'm going to get those cows off the board again, which is great fun. 1, 2, 3. Drag them down to my player board, and let's see whether they all align automatically. Probably not, because 2 are way over there. No, I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to move it that way around. At least I'm closer then. I'm going to sort them out in a minute, I think. Or should I do it now? Let's do it now quickly. Yeah, it's not too bad. A bit drunk, those cows, but that's fine. That's better. That's actually clipped in. And then I need to spend 1 bread as well, which I have plenty of. Which means if Tom could move the sugarcane 4 spaces, and obviously if it goes across a £1 space, let me know, because I might need that pound later.
Yeah, it goes up to 10. So
okay, cool.
On it.
So if I get another £1, and I also get £10 for completing this contract, which is useful. Except that the pound coin doesn't want to drop, that's fine. But we'll just take the tenner. And then I get 2 upgrades. So I can either get 2 merchants, upgrade 2 lock spaces, or do the my fishermen, as I don't get an income. So it's either those 2 and any combination of them. Now personally, I don't think I need the lock crossing because I've got the fishermen and they're nicely deployed. So really, I think I'm better off just taking 2 merchants, because that allows me to buy and sell more stuff, which might benefit me more. And that is my turn done.
Okay. Well, I'm going to complete my contract, I think. So
I'll move the sugarcane 4 spaces.
Yeah, I'll put my free bread up there, and I have to return a sheep to me.
So now the sugarcane is the most common good, and it would give you 3 points.
So I've paid for all of that. So that's me all done, actually, in which case.
Okay. Right, let me just see my money situation. So I got 10, 25, 26, about £30 there. So let's see what contracts we've got, because I think that'll be next to decide what I want. Oh gosh, it's all about the whiskey now. I should have known. Can I get distilleries out? Now, so what happens, we produce once more at the end of this round, but then even though you're producing at the end of next round, you don't then get another turn to actually complete contracts. So really, you either have to complete them during this round or next round, not at the end of next round. And also contracts are £10. Now I've got bread. So I think I go for the safer contract, which means I only need 2 bread and a whiskey. So I've got the bread already. I could just buy a whiskey potentially if I have the money. Better chance of getting that completed. Oh, where's my hand gone? And there it is. And I have to pay £10 for that. Lots of money, but hopefully worth it. And that's me done.
Okay, well, I'm going to buy a new contract as well, so it's going to cost me 10.
Yeah.
And I literally, what was I looking at buying? I figured this out earlier and I've totally forgotten.
Maybe it's the one I've bought.
Let's have a look. And sorry, I just need to be nosy and see which one you bought. Oh, it wasn't that one.
No,
so
okay, good.
That's all right.
Yeah, well, Tom's thinking, as I say, feel free to leave some comments. I'm going to publish this video on YouTube at some point the next couple of days as well, so you can watch that there forevermore. On Twitch, I think it only stays up for 2 weeks, but you can rewatch it. But let me know what you think. Do you like these streams? Any games you want to have streamed? Also, obviously, check out my website, tabletopgamesblog.com. The address is on the screen in the bottom right. You can see all the information, links to my Twitter page and everything else there, YouTube. And yeah, so as I say hello and let us know what you think. Next week, 4th of May, we'll be live streaming, well, there'll be a teach and live playthrough of Prisma Arena by We Are Hub Games. Looking forward to that. Rory is going to join us and yeah, explain the game. Will be very interesting. And then the week after that, it'll be Monday the 11th of May, again, both at 11 o'clock UK time in the morning. We'll be doing a webcam stream of Forbidden Sky with Anne Jones of Cards That Die. And my wife said she's going to join us as well. So it'll be my wife and I sitting at a table here, streaming it via video. And Anne Jones will probably set up her end as well, and we'll try and play it over the internet together. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, Tom, whatever you decided then?
I settle for the beef and cheese contract, since I seem to have an abundance of those in the future.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So that's me all done. So
okay.
to you.
So, as I said, I've got the 2 bread. I need a whiskey. I'm just going to have a look on the market. The whiskey is £12, which is expensive. There's no distillery around. So I've got 2 choices now. I could try and buy the whiskey now and complete the contract this turn, or I could build a distillery and then make the whiskey during the production phase, but then I can't complete the contract until the next round. And then contracts are more expensive, but only worth £5 more. So I think I've talked myself into building a distillery. So distilleries are £10. And I need to find a suitable space. And I think I've got that space because that creates that connection. So where the cow was earlier for £1, I'm just going to place that there. So that'd be £11 in total. So grab a distillery. Oh, I'm grabbing the screen. And I might actually lock my player mat in a minute, so I can't grab that accidentally. Yeah, so it goes here onto that one space. So that's £11. And while I pay those, Tom, you may go.
Well, I think I'm going to be passing, actually, since
wow.
there's not much else for me to do. So, because I've kind of run out of money. So, I'll
Okay.
take my 16 gold and put it back to you.
All right, let me just lock this player mat and lock this McDonald mat as well. And then we can't accidentally move stuff. So let's see, how much money got? 5, 6, 10 pounds. I could sell some stuff. I don't want to sell any bread because I need that, but I could sell a cheese. So I'll do that. Sell a cheese, move that back into the resource pool, and then move one of my many merchants and purchase sell a cheese for 11 pounds. And then the cheese price drops down to 10. So I'm going to take 11 pounds, and because Tom has passed, I now get another turn. Now it's tempting to actually get more whiskey out. I should probably take a look actually at the end of round goal as well, before I forget that again. So what are we aiming for this time? Oh, just people out. So why don't we try and get all our people out? They're £6 each, plus land cost. So I could get at least one out. So let's find a suitable space for that one. Move it up. So if I can find a space in a lock, then that would be a free space. Now I can't put them actually in the center lock because otherwise they'd be too close to each other. They have to have at least one lock space between them. As we said, this little land space between them is actually water for the purpose of this game. But there's a lock up here I can reach, but then I would connect all those pieces, or I could try and get to this lock potentially. Let's do that. Plonk it there, flip it, pay my £6. If I can get to it. 5 and 6, and then I'm going to drop that over there, and I'm going to try get the other one out as well. So let's have another look at the board. Where can I place them sensibly? Could place another one down here. And I haven't used that conversion either yet, which I should have really remembered. Yeah, I'll place it down there. So another £6. So we've got 4, so I'm going to pay the 10. And I'm going to actually pay 11, which means I get a fiver back, which might make it a bit easier. He says, and then I get my last worker out for another point. And then I got another £6 left, but I don't think I can do much with it. So I'm going to place that here. So it's still okay for a 2-player board to place there if you're the fisherman. But that should be me done as well. So I'm going to pass, get my £13, and then you can start your income phase as well.
Okay.
So £13 for the passing, and then I get another, what is it?
What have you done?
You
Have I done something terrible?
Drag too many things. Let them go.
I've managed.
Oh,
I don't know.
Hang on, let's have a look.
Yeah, you can see what I'm doing now, can't you?
You're dragging everything. Can you try and place it roughly back where they were? Up a bit, up a bit, up a bit.
Is that?
Yeah, there. That'll do. Bit up a bit.
No, do we think? Because I'm just looking at the shadows, trying to work out where everything was. That's right, isn't it?
Oh, yes, you're right. Sorry, yes, well spotted. Yeah.
Does that look okay?
That looks absolutely fine, and nothing has disappeared. So we're good. Yeah.
Thank goodness for that. That was almost a disaster.
Fun and games of Tabletopia. So yeah, so I get £13 for passing, and then I get 2, 4, 6, 8, £32 for my fisherman. So that's £45, which is much healthier than I had before. So I take 4 10s. I'm just saying that for my own benefit. Drop them down. Don't know. Where can I drop them there? That'll do. 45. I need to get another 5, but I just wanted to drag that out of the way. There, 45. And then I get no cheese because I've got no milk production. I haven't got any milk in hand. I produce 2 wheat, one of which I will convert into a whiskey. Oh, now I've rotated the camera, which isn't good. Let's try this again. Why is it not rotating? Why is it rotating? I mean, right, let's scroll with a keyboard. So I get 1 whiskey, and then for the other wheat, I'm gonna make it into a bread, because bread is valuable. But the other 2 bakeries aren't doing anything. And that is all done. I think, Tom, are you flipping the pieces over? Can I hear you doing that?
Yeah, sorry, I just
right.
everything stood up from the reshuffle.
So I'll do the end of round points then. So you get 2 points for every 2 people you've got out. So Tom's got 7 out, so he gets 14. I'll do that. So from 18 to 32, so he actually goes round. And I'm going to give him a 30 token as well, which I'll move down to his play area. So remember later, he's actually gone round once. I'll put it over there next to his playmat. And then I have 8 of them out, so I get 16 points. So I go from a measly 3 to 19. Well, Tom nearly laps me. 19. Oh well. It's fun playing though. Hopefully I catch up now with all this gold I'm getting. And then if we have a look again over there, so we can flip that over now. We can add more contracts in. And then we're in the last round. So now contracts cost 15, and you get 2 points for every meat point on your, or every piece of meat on your completed contracts. So, oh yeah, who's going first? I think it's Tom, isn't it? Yep, Tom is going first.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, right. Well, I'm going to spend 2 cheese and 2 beef. I think I need to do.
Yeah.
Oh no, I can't. Oh dear, I haven't even got 2 beef. That's
whoops.
Let's revisit that strategy then.
Let's
need
undo
more cows.
that. Yeah.
Oh, that's all right. It's oh, actually, that works out quite nicely actually. So I shall spend.
So £9 for the cow and 4 for the land.
I
minus
think that's
2.
the cheapest I can place it. Yeah, that will do. So yeah, 9. So that'll be 13 and 11 in total.
Yeah, that's right. I'm just going to make the cow lie down because it's going to rain or something, isn't it? When cows lie down.
And yeah, that'll be me all done.
Oh, I can see also in the chat, Tabletopia is hosting us now, which is very nice. Hello to everyone on the Tabletopia Twitch channel. Join us in the chat over on Tabletop Games blog. There should be a link on screen for you to follow if you want to watch us live. Okay, so 2 breads, 1 whiskey. I can complete this contract finally, which I will do. 1, 2. Oh, and did we actually take the merchants back? We forgot that again.
No, we didn't, of course. Of course.
Do you mind dragging mine back as well while I try and complete my contract here?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you. This is where Tabletopia is useful if you have multiple players. You can help each other out. Yeah, thanks very much, Tabletopia, for hosting us. So, Tom, if you wouldn't mind moving the cotton 3 spaces along, let me know if I get a £1 for that.
Afraid not.
Nah, I need that £1. But I'm done in that case.
Okay, well, let's try this a second time. So I'm going to spend my 2 cheese and my 2 cows to complete my contract. So
I'll move the cotton, sorry, not the cotton, the tobacco 4 spaces along.
Thank you very much.
Over here, just behind the sign. 4 spaces, just 1 short of another pound.
And that'll be me finished for the rest.
Okay. So let's see. I think I need to get myself another contract. There's cheese. There's 3 beef, wool, lamb. It's not looking good. See how much money I've got. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 54 pounds, something like that. So let's have a look. What is the one with the least meat that I might be able to afford? There's 2 lambs. Lambs are relatively cheap. Gives me some tobacco as well and a free build space. Yeah, let's try that. So I'm gonna take the lamb contract. Should be able to get 2 sheep out in time. But I do have to pay £15 once I've placed it in the contract box. That's 10. And then 15, and Tom can go.
Okay, let's quickly revisit what I'm doing, because that was exactly the contract I wanted to take.
Oh, was it? Okay, yeah, I suppose you got lots of sheep out.
It's always the way, like...
Sorry, but I just had to go for the one. I wasn't going to go for the 3 cows. That would have been too expensive. 2 sheep I can just about manage.
No, it was the best contract there, so I'm not bitter at all, I promise. Right, so yeah, I'm going to spend 15 because I need to buy a contract whatever happens.
Yeah. Well, wise choice, I'd say. Which one are you going to choose?
Yeah, it's just having a little think, really.
I can see it's lunchtime in a minute. My wife and daughter are going to sit outside, have the table set up. I'll join them later, but this is going to be a long stream. We always knew that was going to take a while. In fact, I thought Scythe was going to be a long stream, but it speeded up towards the end. I quite enjoyed that, whereas I think there's probably actually more moving pieces in some way on this one. But we're all right. In the last round, we've done just over 2 hours now. I'm just going to have a quick look who's actually in the chat. Oh, hello. We've got Lurks. Can I read this from here? Inventkin, Commander Root, and another TV viewer by the looks of it, if I read that correctly. Welcome to you all. I hope you've been enjoying the stream. Has anyone of you played Clans of Caledonia before? It's certainly one of the games I really like. I've got it at home. I've got the deluxe edition with the metal coins, which makes such a difference. So nice to play with them in your hand.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to take this contract, I think. I may regret this, but I've got some resources, so that'll be me all done.
So yeah,
paid as well.
Yeah, got lots of will there. So hopefully you can buy or sell or do whatever you need to do. So remember, yeah, so as I say, we're in the last round now. If we have a look. So we will do a production phase and we'll get stuff. But after that, we don't get another go to complete our contract. So you have to complete it during this round before it's over. Otherwise, it's too late, unfortunately. Sometimes catches people out. So I need to get 2 sheep out. So they're £8 each. So I'm going to have a look at the map again. Is there anything useful where I can play? So I need to connect up to my fisherman up there for sure. That's a very expensive spaces there though. Can I go around? No, there's mountain there, woodlands there. I could potentially go around there and there to get my sheep done, but then they get killed again. And the other way is I can always move fishermen along. which is what I might do. But I still need to connect either way. So, right, 2 sheep out. Let me just do the maths, because this is where it gets all very mathematical. So 8, 16 plus land cost, and then can I get something else out that's going to stay there? I could potentially get, oh, wheat fields are expensive. Well, let's just do the sheep to start with. So can I find a cheaper space somewhere? I think where the cows were on the left is a good one. Yeah, we'll go back to that. So it'll be £10 in total, £8 for the sheep. So I'm going to pay my £10, £8 for the sheep, and £2 for the land. I think that's the way. Oh, how have I picked up the whole board? I thought I locked it down. How does that work?
Yeah, does seem to be locked.
I've locked it now. I don't know. And unlock this one, move that back on there. Apologies. And lock it again. Right, that shouldn't be. Yeah, that's better now. I can, yeah, okay. So move my sheep up to there, where I had my cows earlier. It's nice cheap spaces. And I paid my £10 and I'm done. So Tom needs to get hold of some cheese now.
Yes, yeah, I do. So I'm going to get that over and done with now. Purchase one for... Yeah. So I'm just thinking, is there any cheeseries around that I could get to?
No, I was just looking. I can't spot any.
There's one over here I could get to, actually.
Well, you can't build anything nearby, though.
Oh, no, of course, yeah, because it's off the map.
Yeah,
sorry,
exactly, yeah, I remember that.
I'll just stick to the original plan, and it's going to cost me 10, wasn't it? Because I've moved it up by one already.
£10.
So, right, and that will get me my cheese, and I'm done. So up to you.
Yeah, so as I said, my sheep will go out into the other space underneath the existing sheep. I'll scroll up there. So this will be another £10. I got my 2 lammies to fulfill my contract. So I was going to pay my £10, but Tom can go.
Right. And now I'm going to send my second merchant over to spend 12 to purchase some whiskey.
Nice. And then he can complete that contract too.
And I'm done. So back to you.
So I could complete the contract now. There's no urgency for this though. So I'm actually going to focus on what I can place to complete my connecting area. So I got £19. So wheat field would be lovely, but that's £18. Is there a space I can build on? No, I don't think so, because I really want to build either on here or on here. I've got all my fishermen, woodcutters and all that out, so that would have been nice if I hadn't. So it's £5 just for the land, which really means distillery. No, yeah. I might as well get a cow out in that case. So it's 9 plus 5 is £14. If I pay my £14, because then I can later convert my milk into cheese, which is actually more points. Refined goods are basically worth more points at the end. So it's 14. So this should be 4 there. 4 coins, which I'll try and drop on top of the stack if it lets me. Yeah, there we go. That's nice. No, it's just dropped them everywhere. Never mind. And I'm going to move that over there. So that should now connect everything up. So quite quickly, what I'm going to do is just count out the areas so we get an idea. So if I zoom onto the overview. So second one over here, the 2 sheep will disappear there, but it doesn't matter. Third one there, a 4th one there, a 5th one there, then a 6th one there, 7 down there, 8, and then 9 because they're all connected over there. So I've got 9 areas basically for end of a game scoring. Tom has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, as far as I can tell.
Yes, at present.
Yeah, at present, absolutely. Now, I just want to give people an overview of where we're at the moment, because the end of the last round is quite often about trying to now get those areas locked down, because there are quite a lot of points. If I look on my board here, I've got a little reminder on your the contract box. So 12 points for the most areas, if you like, not the largest areas, and 0 for the other. So again, chunky points. And then if you look at contracts, I'm going to complete mine. So I'm going to have 5 contracts completed by the end of this. And Tom has already got 5, so he'll have 6, so he'll get the 8 points for that. So it's looking good for him. Anyway, over to you, Tom.
Okay. Well, I forgot to take my whiskey last round, I think.
Did you?
Yes. It seems to be an oversight on my part.
What was that for?
I purchased the whiskey.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say. Yeah, makes sense.
So I'm going to take all of those and pop them over here. So shuffle that down there. So do you mind doing the honors with sugarcane for free?
Yeah, we'll do that. Give me 2 secs. Just realised the nice image in the bottom.
And that gets me another 10 coins as well.
So, yeah, 3 sugar canes. So let me move up there.
Oh, don't worry, I
you
can do it actually.
Okay, so you get another pound there. Yeah.
17. Oh, is that another coin?
Yeah,
oh,
because you've gone across there. That might be the
and that's me all done.
Crucial one. So my money I've got is £5. I could sell some bread, which would give me, well, we had bread is quite expensive as well, so it's £17. Would that allow me to get anything else out to get some more area? Let's have a look. Is there any rivers I can cross sensibly? Don't think there's too much I can do, but money isn't worth much. Resources are. You know what? I think I'm just going to complete the contract now. So I'm going to cull my 2 sheep, which are over there. So that one and that one, and drag them down. See if they snap to my player mat or not. Get them close enough though. One did, the other one didn't. That's fine. So Tom, do you mind doing the honors and moving the tobacco 2 along, which is sort of the beigey one?
Yep.
Oh, actually, I just made a mistake. Like you, need to do this in the other order. Because I get a free build, well, a free land cost build action. I only got £5. So do you mind if we take that as a take backsy?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I've moved the tobacco back down to
okay, I'm going to put the contract back in, but we remembered I've had a sheep out there, so I can't build there. But I'm not going to put them back on the board because it's going to be a bit painful, if that's okay with you, Tom. You know where they were?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm literally just, I need to sell this bread, basically, to give me enough money. Otherwise, it's not going to be sensible completing this contract. So thanks for taking backsies. So I'm selling bread for £12, and then I'm done. So Tom can't build in those 2 spaces at the moment until I've actually done my contract. So take my £12, and then yeah, Tom, you go.
Did you say you're up to 9 territories at the moment?
Yes, that's what I counted.
Okay.
I can double check. So there's 1 in the top left, 2 there, 3 including the fisherman, 4 that fisherman, 5 that fisherman. Then the cow and the bakery are 6, and that fisherman is 7. Then the bread fisherman and that is 7, and then that wheat is 8, and that, oh no, it's 8, isn't it? Because that fisherman is Jason as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, it is 9. I miscounted. 1, top left, cheese 2, that 3, 4, 5 there, 6 there, 7 there, 8 for all of this, and then the wheat is number 9. Yep, 9 areas.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just doing some
working out whether you can get up to 9 areas. So if we have a draw, we basically divide those points. So everyone gets 6. And again, hello to everyone in the chat. Do join in. We do want a bit of banter. Keep it clean though. This is a family channel. I say, let us know if you've played Clans of Caledonia. What do you think? Have you played Clans of Caledonia and Terra Mystica, and which one do you prefer? I think a lot of people do prefer Terra Mystica. I prefer Clans of Caledonia. The theme just works better for me, even though I'm doing a very abysmal show on this game, but there we go.
Well, I'm going to spend, I think, 4 to upgrade my lock cross.
Okay.
3, and I'm done.
Nice, okay. So now I'm doing the contract thing. So I've already taken the sheep off. And then Tom, if you can do the 2 tobacco again, please.
Mm-hmm.
So I've now got, I think, £17. I don't have to pay the land cost. So I'm tempted to get a wheat field out, which is 18, but I can't do that. £1 short, as we said earlier. What else is out there? Is it worth getting anything else? Either a sheep or a cow? Well, let's get a cow and then just find a suitable space. £9 for the cow and then nothing for the land cost. Can I find something really expensive that maybe, if I place it there, I said 17. Actually, maybe I should place a sheep. There's going to be that £1 that I need later. So sheep only 8 rather than 9. So I'm going to put the cow back and put the sheep down. We'll see whether that makes a difference later. Because I can't produce any cheese anyway. I only have 1 cheese array. So I might as well do just the wool. And I think if I place it up here in the woodland come grassland area, which would normally cost another £5. I don't have to pay that. I only have to pay the £8 for the sheep. So that's me done. So I've paid 10 and get 2 back.
Okay, right. Well, I'm going to spend 9 to pop the cow down. I think it would normally cost me 2 extra because it's at the mouth of a lake.
Let's have a look. Yeah.
It's cheaper.
Yeah. And you can do that now because you got. Yeah, you can do that now because you got river the lock crossing for 3 spaces, so that's very good.
Yeah. And that'll be me done.
Okay, so I've got £9. As I say, I'm that £1 short. I'm sure I should have had £1 earlier. So I can really only place anything if there is room on a 1 land space I can reach. Those 2 are out of question because they are just forest or just mountain. Can I see any 1 space? That one is off the board up there. those are all 2 spaces. I can't see any ones that I can reach, so I don't think I can do anything. That's terrible. Right, double check I've got no resources to sell either. No. Well, I'm going to take the decision then to pass, which gives me £16, which I would need to build anything, but it's only good for points now. So, yeah, I'm passing. And
Okay.
you can go. There's probably something I could have done, but I can't see it, so... People in the chat can let me know
Well,
what I
I
should have
think I
done.
might actually. Yeah, I think I might pass as well, since I'm on a round number and I can't compete against your territory thing really. So,
Okay.
so yeah, I'm all done as well. So pass 2.
Okay, so let me just... I'm just still taking my money. It's taking longer than I expected. Right, I don't think that one makes any difference. Okay, or it might do. We'll see. So we'll do, as we said, another income phase. So I get my £32 for my fisherman. So that's 30. Hopefully they'll go on there. Come on. Please. There we go. 30. And then 2. Then I get a wool. I get a milk, but I can convert that straight into cheese, which is worth it now because you get more points for the cheese. And I get 2 wheat, which you can either convert into 2 bread or bread and a whiskey. It makes no difference from points, so I might as well just take 2 bread. And then that is me done. Are you also ready?
Yeah, just doing my coins.
Okay.
So that's my coins done. Right, so free wool. Jeremy, an abundance of that. So 1 milk, which I'll just convert into a cheese straight away, I think. Yeah, that's me all done in which case.
Excellent. So let's have a look then at the end of rounds bonus. So you get 2 points for every meat contract meat you have. So if you look on mine, I've got 2 lambs plus 3 beef, that's 5, plus another beef, that's 6 meat points, which means I get actually 12 points in score. So that's 31. I'm following Tom very, very hotly, but obviously it won't last very long because he probably gets lots of points as well there. I'm going to take
I've got 4 meat on my contract, so yeah,
8 points.
8.
Do you want to do your points? I'm just moving my 30 marker down to the bottom as well, so I know I've got 30-ish points. And then we would normally flip that over. I'll do that, but it doesn't really necessarily because we're at the end of the game, and we would obviously, there's no need to refill the contracts at this point either. And that's the game over. So we'll just do the end game scoring then, if you're ready. Shall we start with Tom? Because then it might be interesting to see whether I can catch up. So at the moment, Tom has 40 points, just victory points. And then you get 1 point for every basic resource in hand. So Tom has, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
You can hear me.
10 wool, is that?
Let's have a look. Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, that's 10.
So that's 10 points. Then you get 2 points for your refined resource. You got 1 cheese there, so that'd be another 2 points. Is that correct?
Yep.
Then for every 10 coins, you get 1 point. So how much money have you got?
That's a good question. So 50, 65.
So that's another 6 points. Then, and then on your contracts, the hops. So I can see 10 points there for the hops. Is that correct?
Let's have a quick look. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
Oh, sorry. Here's one more on off screen which I didn't see. Apologies. Let me move along there. There we go. That's better. Yep. 11 points.
27, 37.
Sorry, you don't need to move it along. I'm doing it on paper here. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry. I just realized what you were doing then. No, I'm just doing it on paper. So don't worry.
No.
And then we
Yep.
do the import goods. So let's start with the most common one, which is sugarcane. So you get 3 points for every sugarcane you've got. And I can see you got 9. Is that right? 9 sugarcane?
Yep, that's right.
So it's 27 for that. Then let's have a look if I move up there again.
Cotton's next.
Is it cotton? So 4 points for every cotton contract.
Which is 5.
So 4 points for 5 cotton, that's 20. And then tobacco, you get 5 points for every tobacco. So that's another 20, is that right?
I've got 4 of those, so just another 20, just to make it nice and simple.
Okay, and then most contracts completed, that's you, so you get 8 points. And then
Yep.
biggest area, I think I've got that one, unless you've caught up now.
No, I couldn't do it, unfortunately. I was just
Okay.
shy.
So you get nothing for that. But well, actually, let me add that up. So that's 2, 8, 9, 16, 24. That's 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 144 as far as I can tell. 144. So let me do me then. So currently I've got 31 points. Then 1 point for every basic resource. I've got a wool, which is 1 point. 2 points for every refined, so it's a cheese and 2 bread, so that's 6 points. Then 1 point for every 10 pounds, so I got 4, 5 points there. Then the hops, I've got 9. Then the sugar cane, I've got 6, so that's 18. Then the cotton, I've got 7 of those, times 4 is 28. And then tobacco, I've only got 2, so that's another 10 points. So we'll see how that goes. 1, 2, 8, 13, 22, 30, 38, 40, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 120 for me. So 1, 2, 0 for me, 1, 4, 4 for Tom. So Tom has won. Amazing.
Oh, that was closer than expected, though. You were quite far behind at the beginning, so.
Yeah, I caught up quite a bit. I think the fishermen have that thing. You do need to get the fishermen out sooner, I think, and get them all onto lock spaces, or as many of them as possible, to basically benefit from the 0 land cost. But otherwise, they don't give you much income at the beginning. And I think I was.
No, I think on our Tuesday.
Gone.
On our Tuesday nights, I've only played with them once, and yeah, I didn't do very well with them actually. I found them quite hard to play. So,
Yeah.
and I've not revisited them since. So.
Yeah, I quite enjoy them, but yeah, it's that thing. They don't give you much income at the beginning because they cost 6 and they only give you 4. But if you can place them onto lock spaces, so I've got 6 of them onto lock spaces, which means I didn't pay any land cost. And yeah, unless you're really lucky, mountains and woodlands can cost anything between 3 and 4. Some of them are only 1 or 2, but you save quite a bit of money there then. But yeah.
I think being able to move them around as well, it does open up, your territory quite. Yeah, I think they play very differently. They have quite a different tempo to the real other clans.
Yeah.
But yeah, they do have a lot of potential in that way for kind of migrating around across the locks, etc.
I mean, I was very lucky also with the starting resources on the contract, so I could complete the contract relatively easy. But then I think your first contract was also quite easy to complete. Was that right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, I found the Robertsons, were quite simple to play and just very quick. Just because it's having that discount and being able to get a lot of your resource generators out early was really good for me.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw how much wool I ended up with by the end of the game. It was just...
Lots of wool. Yeah, no, it was good fun. And yeah, so those people in the watching and the stream, as I say, thanks very much for watching. Anyone else who watches us after the event, again, say there'll be a link to YouTube somewhere. Otherwise, go to tabletopgamesblog.com. There'll be a link to my YouTube channel. It's actually just youtube.com/tabletopgamesblog, and then you can find the video going up probably a couple of days or so after I've streamed this. And yeah, let us know what you think about these streams, and if you want to join maybe in a future one, let us know if you have any games you want to play. So far we've tried Tabletopia. We're doing Tabletop Simulator next week with the Prisma Arena with We Are Hub Games. Rory is going to do a teach and playthrough. So 11 o'clock, 4th of May. But yeah, let us know. Really would love to hear from you all. But other than that, thanks very much, everyone, for watching. Thanks for Tom joining us. Really appreciate that as well.
That's all right. Thank you.
And hopefully we'll see you in another stream. Maybe not for a couple of weeks, but I'm sure you'll be back for more Tabletopia stuff. And I'll see you on the Tuesday night as well. So see you tomorrow night.
Yeah, it's not far off.
Okay, well, that's all then. Thanks very much to say, and all we have to say really is goodbye.
Yeah, cheers. Take care.
So bye.
Bye.